Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. It's Father Stephen coming at you. I want to talk to you all today about something that I'm very passionate about. My dog. No, I'm not going to talk about my dog. I'm going to talk about music. I want to talk about, first of all, a spiritual reflection on music. And then second of all, a practical application that flows from those reflections. So first of all, as you just heard, I have a harmonica. And most of you probably own a harmonica or have owned a harmonica. And they're fun little instruments. Of course, you play the prairie kind of songs. Like, oh, Susanna. You know, you can do that. You can do a real sad kind of soulful thing. You can do bluesy kind of stuff like you just heard. You can do jazzy kind of stuff as well. All these sounds are coming from the same little harmonica. So what's the big deal for you and I? Authentic music, authentic life, authentic living is not about trying to please people. It's not trying about give what people want. It's about being true to yourself. Now this harmonica, one harmonica can make many sounds. Happy, sad, joyful, upbeat, slow. Your life is going to have tons of emotions. You're going to go through all these cycles of emotions, of spiritual states. As you know, I don't have to talk to you all about that, preach on that. You know it. We have those cycles of life. When things are going well and things are going the opposite of well. The important thing is that you stay true to yourself. Does that mean that whenever things are going bad, you have a free license to go and be a jerk? No, of course not. We have a brain, which means that we can rationalize our actions and that we can still love even if it doesn't feel good. That's called the cross. That's called persevering. That's called death to self for the sake of the other. So, the first thing about music that I want to share with y'all, I just want you to all think about is that really music, like any other form of art, is an expression of the individual. You and I are the artist, and our lives is the very artwork that God is wanting to share with the world. So just be true to yourself. The first reflection on this would be true to yourself. That's what music reminds us about. The importance of being authentic, of being true, of being transparent. And so consider that. You can make many sounds with one harmonica. You can make many points. You can make many lessons with your life. So embrace those individual unique things that you have. When life's going well, good. When life's going bad, be honest with yourself. Honesty is the most essential aspect of prayer. God knows our heart, so why would we lie to Him? Why would we lie to other people? Honesty is the best thing. Being true to ourselves, true to the way that God made us. Alright guys, so the main thing that I'm trying to get across is authenticity. Authenticity. Music teaches us how to embrace reality and move forward from that. That's the Psalms. Embracing reality and moving forward. That's prayer. That's encounter with God. Embrace reality and move forward. That's the big lesson from music. So the practical application for that, music, just a couple of things on that. First of all, how does it affect your ministry? How does music affect your ministry? Or how can music teach you in your ministry? How do you embrace the reality of the present moment, the situation, the current incidences, whatever's going on, this ministerial setting, this counseling session, this moment in the confessional, whatever it is? How do you embrace the reality of the present moment? Where you are, where the other individual is, checking on, evaluating where you are, where they are, and then moving forward from there. With realistic goals. Going back to a few talks ago on motivation and having realistic goals. Ministry is the exact same. We have to be realistic in our ministry. We have to evaluate where we are, where other people are, embrace it, move forward. That's the story of the Psalms. That's the story of the blues. That's the story of any song that you can think of. Here's where I am. Here's what I want you to know about me. And here's what I'm going to do. embracing reality and moving forward. So how do we apply that in our general lives? As I just said, that was one way, and ministry is one. It also should give us a great freedom, knowing that if I embrace reality, that God can work through that. It should give me a great freedom, should give you a great freedom as well, to not be afraid of the ways that the Lord wants to work through us. God took on flesh and entered the madness, the craziness, the chaos of the world. And he changed it forever. Whenever we can enter into the chaos, the craziness of the world, God can still change the world forever through us. Does that mean that we don't have to use proper judgment? We can throw morals out the window? No, not at all. You guys are smart. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it should give us a freedom to enter into situations which we may not feel comfortable doing, knowing that if I enter into that craziness, that chaos, that madness, that God can work through it. For example, going to the gym. If we listen to our music, we're in control of the music that we listen to. There's been times, though, at the gym where music is played over the loudspeakers, and people have asked me, "Oh, Father, can you listen to this stuff?" And I say, "What, the music playing?" "Oh, yeah." And I'll say, "Well, sure. Can you listen to it?" And they say, "Well, yeah, I can. Why can't I listen to it?" Is what I'll ask them. And they say, "Oh, well, because you're a priest, and this is talking about sex, or it's talking about drugs, or it's talking about the love of somebody's life, or it's talking about suffering or dying or whatever, whatever it may be. And I can't listen to those things because I'm a priest." And I'll say, "Well, can you listen to it?" And they'll say, "Well, yeah." And I'll say, "Well, what's the difference between you and I? Why can you listen to it and I can't?" And then it allows me then to enter into their world. They open the door to their soul, and through their reflections on music, tells me a lot about the way that they live and who they are and how they think of life, which then gives me a great opportunity to evaluate where they are. And if I'm aware of who I am, I know where I am, evaluating where we're at, then we can move forward. That's progress, that's prayer, that's ministry, that's bringing individuals to the kingdom of God. Guys, hope music makes you be more authentic, more real, more true to who you are. Guys, have fun, eat clean, be fit, pray well, and play some music.